Welcome to the English Audiobook YouTube channel. Real wealth is not always money. Sometimes the greatest wealth is inner peace. Have you ever thought that if you have everything but your mind is restless, can you call yourself rich? The book Inner Wealth answers this question. We often run after external success, job, business, status, cars, and bank balance. But Kevin W. Nathan says real wealth is inside, not outside. When this inner wealth awakens, the outer world also changes. The book begins with an important idea. The author says until a person learns to connect with themselves, they can never feel complete. Until we look within, we cannot find true peace. Now, the question is, what is inner wealth? It is self-awareness, self-confidence, and the power of meditation. Inner wealth is the strength that makes you stable, strong, and calm from within. With this strength, you can stay balanced in any storm. Kevin explains the importance of meditation in detail. Meditation is not just a process, but a way of life. Through meditation, we clear our thoughts, listen to our inner voice, and feel a peace that nothing outside can give. He shares examples from his life, showing how meditation helped him in difficult times. Even when everything seemed lost, he did not give up because his inner belief was alive. The first step to gaining inner wealth is knowing yourself. When you recognize your fears, desires, and limits, you can begin to change. Being honest with yourself is the first step. The second step is to let go of negative thoughts. Many times we put ourselves down and think we cannot do anything. This thinking is our biggest enemy. If you do not believe in yourself, the world will not believe in you. The third step is to take time for yourself. In today's busy life, we forget ourselves, but if you spend even 10 minutes daily with yourself, meditate or sit in silence, your life can change. The author also emphasizes taking care of the body, good sleep, healthy food, and exercise. If the body is tired, the mind will also be tired, and you will not feel inner wealth. A beautiful idea in the book is to think about others. Inner wealth is not only your peace. When you help others and serve them, a new energy is created within you. When you bring light into others' lives, your inner light becomes stronger. Life is not always easy. There are difficulties and problems. But when you have inner wealth, you stay strong in every situation. You may not change the situation, but you can change your perspective. The book also explains how to awaken your inner child, the innocence, curiosity, and imagination we lose with time. Inner wealth means living that childlike energy again, laughing freely, dancing, singing, and living without fear. To awaken inner wealth, the author suggests a simple practice. Every morning, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling today? What can I do better today? And what am I grateful for today? Starting your day with these questions changes your mindset. When you learn gratitude, your life begins to change. You start valuing small things, the warmth of a cup of tea, the fragrance of a flower, a friend's smile. These become priceless. This is inner wealth. Another important part is self-confidence. It is not magic, it is built through small daily actions. When you keep promises you make to yourself, you start trusting yourself. This trust becomes confidence. A deep aspect of inner wealth is forgiveness. When you do not forgive others, you punish yourself. Anger and resentment trap your mind. When you forgive, you free yourself, and in that freedom there is peace. The author teaches that true happiness is not in external things. Real happiness is without reason. When you can smile for no reason, when you are happy just because you are alive and breathing, then you are truly rich. Real change comes when we not only listen, but also apply these ideas in our lives. Now we will understand the practices and techniques that help awaken inner wealth. One powerful technique is the silence practice. Sit quietly with yourself for a few minutes every day. No mobile, no conversation. Just focus on your breath. It may feel difficult at first, but with practice, the mind becomes stable. A calm mind is the door that connects us to ourselves. The second practice is visualization. Every morning, close your eyes and imagine the life you want to live. See every detail clearly as if it is happening right now. This practice connects us to the energy that attracts our goals. The third technique is positive affirmations. Say good sentences to yourself every day, like, I am capable, I am calm, I am moving toward my goals. These words have the power to change the way we think, understand, and act. Another valuable practice is journaling. Every night before sleeping, write about your day. Put your thoughts on paper. This makes the mind lighter and helps us understand our emotional patterns. As you keep writing, your inner confusion starts to clear. The path to inner wealth also goes through the body, so it is important to build a disciplined routine. Wake up early, do light exercise, and eat healthy food. These small habits create a big impact. When the body is strong, the mind becomes more aware. A deep practice is forgiveness. Every week, let go of one old pain related to yourself or others. Recognize what has been hurting you and forgive it. This removes bitterness and creates space for peace. Another method is service. Help others without any selfish motive. Feed someone who is hungry, or listen to a friend with your heart. The satisfaction from these small acts is more valuable than any big success. Now let's talk about balance. If there is no balance between mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects, we remain incomplete. Give some time every day to all 4 areas. Read something good, take a walk, share your feelings, or simply embrace yourself. The secret of completeness lies in these small moments. Sometimes we should ask ourselves, what am I living for? Am I improving every day? Am I happy with my decisions? Accepting these questions instead of avoiding them is the beginning of self-growth. Now comes the most important aspect, acceptance. Fully accept yourself. Appreciate your strengths and show love to your weaknesses. When you accept yourself completely, you do not need validation from others. You become your own guide. The essence of all these practices is that change happens within, not outside. When you change inside, the whole world changes. By practicing these small habits daily, your inner treasure slowly opens. Do not rush. One step each day, one practice each day, one promise to yourself each day. This journey may seem difficult, but its reward is priceless. Once inner wealth awakens, nothing feels impossible. When life gives you setbacks and situations go against your wishes, that is the real test of your inner wealth. In such times, external things like money, relationships, or social status cannot help much. Only your inner strength helps. Imagine you worked very hard but still did not succeed. From outside, you may only feel disappointment, but if you have inner peace and understanding, you can say to yourself, maybe this path was not for me, maybe a better path is waiting. This understanding comes from inner depth. Seeing every failure as an experience and learning from it is the art taught by inner wealth. Sometimes people criticize you, judge you, or feel jealous of you. If you are weak inside, these things break you. But if your inner strength is strong, they do not affect you. You know your truth, and you do not define yourself by others' opinions. This inner strength grows through self-awareness, by connecting with yourself daily, and by talking to yourself every night. Sometimes in life, it feels like nothing is going right. Every direction seems closed. Every path feels dark. Without inner strength, we may break, but with it, we can create a path even in darkness. A small light can brighten the whole night if it burns within. Now let's talk about self-reliance. Many people depend emotionally on others. They feel that if a special person leaves, they will be alone. But when you are complete within, no external relationship becomes your need. Instead, every relationship becomes a beauty in your life. This does not mean you should stay away from relationships. It means you become mature enough that you do not lose your identity in any relationship. Another deep aspect of inner wealth is patience. When we work hard for a long time and results come late, patience keeps us going. It reminds us that every seed takes time to become a tree. If you have planted the right seed, you will get the result. You just need patience, understanding, and continuous effort. We often compare our lives with others. Where have they reached? Where am I? How much have they earned? Why am I behind? But when we understand inner wealth, we realize that everyone's journey is different. You are not less than anyone. Your speed and direction are just different, and they are equally beautiful. Inner wealth teaches us gratitude, finding something every day to be thankful for, even if it is a cup of tea, a peaceful morning, or a good sleep. When gratitude becomes a habit, pain and problems start to feel smaller. In the end, we must understand that we cannot control the outside world completely. We can only control our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When we balance these three, no storm can shake us. So far, you have learned how silence, visualization, affirmations, journaling, forgiveness, service, and gratitude connect us to our inner strength. Now, in the next part, we will understand how to maintain this inner wealth and make it so strong that it becomes our greatest support in every phase of life. The biggest secret to maintaining inner wealth is consistency. People often practice meditation and positive thinking for a few days and then return to old habits. Real change happens when these practices become part of your life. Just like brushing your teeth is a daily habit, self-reflection, meditation, and gratitude should also become habits. Sit with yourself for at least 10 minutes every day. Start your day by checking your mind. Ask yourself how you feel today. Is your mind calm or restless? If it is restless, why? Finding this answer daily creates new understanding. Now, let's talk about the depth of meditation. Meditation is not magic. It is an art that develops with practice. In the beginning, when you sit with closed eyes, thousands of thoughts will come. Past memories, worries, plans. Do not be afraid. Whenever the mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. Slowly, this practice will take you to a new world of peace. Sometimes it may feel like nothing is changing, but meditation works deep within. Just like a seed grows under the soil, inner strength grows silently through meditation. Another practice is self-dialogue. Once a week, write a letter to yourself. Write your thoughts, confusion, hopes, and fears. This simple habit helps you understand yourself better. You will see that your own words become your guide. Another important secret is knowing your limits. Do not try to please everyone. You do not have to do everything yourself. When you feel tired, give yourself rest. Learn to say no, because a person who does not understand their limits eventually breaks. A beautiful part of inner wealth is silence, just being with yourself without saying anything. In this silence, you find answers that the outside world cannot give. Do not fear silence. Become friends with it. Silence is the bridge that connects the soul to a higher power. Now, let's talk about connecting with nature. Spend some time every day near trees. Look at the sky, listen to birds. These simple things calm the mind and teach that greatness exists in simplicity. As you continue this journey, a time comes when the world does not feel the same as before. Small conflicts, small differences, and small pains do not disturb you anymore. You develop a perspective that finds learning in every situation. You no longer try to change others. You become wise enough to accept people as they are. This is the biggest transformation. If negative thoughts still come, ask yourself one question. Does this thought give me peace or restlessness? If it gives restlessness, let it go. Inner wealth is not what gives you stress, it is what gives you peace in every situation. This is true wealth. This is the treasure that stays with you forever. No one can steal it, and no one can take it away. Now, in the next part, I will tell you how sharing this inner wealth with others can become an even greater blessing for you. When you recognize your inner wealth, when you start feeling your inner light, a natural change begins within you. You no longer live only for yourself. Your thinking shifts to how you can share this knowledge, this peace, and this strength with others. This is true service. Service does not mean only giving food or donating money. The real form of service is touching someone's soul, reminding them of their lost strength, and showing a ray of light in their darkness. If your words can give courage to a broken heart, if your smile can become hope for someone, if your presence can awaken peace within someone, then you are using your inner wealth in the right way. Remember, a person who understands themselves never wants to control others. They want to understand others. Their purpose is to connect, not to break. They seek balance, not ego. They seek peace, not show. When you reach this level, fears begin to disappear. You are not afraid of failure because you know it is a lesson. You are not afraid of loneliness because you have become your own best friend. You do not need to ask anything from the world because you already have everything within. You understand that everything in life has a purpose. Every person, every event, every struggle comes to teach you something. When you learn, the situation changes on its own. At this stage, you start creating a special energy around you. People feel light in your presence. They get inspiration from your words and trust from your eyes. But this happens only when you look within daily, accept your mistakes, learn to forgive others, and fully accept yourself. Now imagine if every person recognizes their inner wealth, connects with themselves daily, and fills their heart with peace and understanding. The world would become beautiful. But the beginning must be from you. Do not wait for others. You are the light that can remove darkness. You are the power that can create change. So promise yourself every day that you will listen to your inner voice, stay calm in every situation, and share this wealth with others. Now you are at a point where going back is not possible. Your journey is no longer only for yourself, but for life as a whole. This journey is endless. Every day it teaches something new and makes you deeper. This is real wealth that keeps growing with time, stays with you in every season, and supports you in every situation. This is inner wealth. This is the true capital of life. Now that you understand inner wealth, the next natural step is to live it deeply in every moment. Until this knowledge stays only in words, its impact remains limited. But when it becomes part of your every breath, thought, and action, its real magic appears. Imagine you wake up in the morning and decide to live every moment with peace, love, and awareness. Your whole day becomes a meditation. Your reactions become thoughtful. Your decisions come from within. Your relationships become gentle and compassionate. In this state, you become a blessing not only for yourself, but also for others. People around you start getting inspired by you. Your children learn from your behavior. You do not need to argue with your partner because you know how to listen and understand. Your relationship with your parents becomes sweeter because you understand their emotions. Your presence becomes a stable energy, a place where anyone feels safe and peaceful. Then, one day, you realize that the wealth you were searching for outside was always within you: love, belonging, peace, and energy. Now you see life as a gift. Every morning becomes a celebration. Every difficulty becomes an opportunity to grow stronger. Every person becomes a mirror that helps you understand yourself better. In this state, you stop comparing yourself with others. You are no longer in a race to go ahead of others. You are on a journey to become better every day. You have stories to share, but your behavior speaks louder. You have advice, but your silent presence creates a deeper impact. A person who is strong within does not need to prove anything. They simply exist, like a flower that blooms and spreads fragrance without saying anything. Your life becomes service. Every breath becomes a prayer. Every step becomes a practice. Every touch becomes a blessing. This is the highest state where inner wealth truly gives meaning to life. But remember, this is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. You must walk it every day, every moment. Never stop, never give up, never look back. Now you have started this path. Every day is an opportunity. You have become a source of light. After accepting this inner journey, the next step is to stabilize this state. The outside world will always challenge you. Someone may test your patience, hurt your emotions, or try to bring you down. But if you protect your inner wealth, you can stay calm in all situations. You will not lose your power in external disturbances. You will understand that no person, situation, or word is greater than your inner peace. Your focus shifts from external expectations to inner understanding. You no longer focus on what others say about you, but how you feel about yourself. Your truest voice becomes the one from within. In this state, you stop blaming others. You understand that everyone is on their own journey, living within their limits. If someone hurts you, it does not mean they are bad. It means they are struggling within themselves. With this understanding, you learn to forgive. Forgiveness does not mean you lost. It means you freed yourself from a burden. Your life becomes simple. You learn to listen to your inner silence. Your loneliness becomes a gift. When you connect with yourself, you can truly connect with others. You no longer have expectations in relationships. You love because it is your nature. You stay because you are stable. You respond because you are clear. You remain silent because your energy is no longer controlled by words. This is the power of inner wealth. It supports you in every situation, heals every wound, and gives courage in every fear. When this state becomes strong, you start asking yourself how to use this power, how to bring this knowledge to the world, and how to help others through this energy. Then begins the true journey of service. Your life becomes greater than any book. Your eyes carry depth, your words carry peace, and even your silence carries meaning. In this state, you do not chase identity or respect. Your joy comes from within. It does not increase with praise or decrease with criticism. This is the biggest sign that you have truly found inner wealth. When a person becomes rich within, life takes a new color. Small things no longer disturb you. You live every moment fully. This is the state that sages called deep awareness. Some achieve it in solitude, some in family life. You can also turn daily life into meditation by living every moment with awareness. If someone insults you, you see them as a teacher. You ask yourself what ego was hurt. You observe your emotions. You pause before reacting and listen to your inner voice before making decisions. Your mind becomes calm, thoughts reduce, emotional storms fade. You sit in a gentle inner light where truth guides you in every situation. You learn from others' experiences. You do not rush to speak. You listen, understand, and speak only when needed. Your words carry weight, and your silence carries meaning. If someone opposes you, you see an opportunity. You ask yourself if you are stuck somewhere, if you can grow more, or if there is a new direction hidden in this opposition. Life becomes a place of learning. Every person becomes a teacher, every situation a lesson, every day a laboratory, and you become a seeker shaping yourself daily, not for show, not for approval, but because you see yourself as your greatest project. If you want, I can give you 10 life principles to follow daily to make this state more stable. These principles will help you maintain stability, peace, and balance in every situation. Now that you have understood inner wealth and life deeply, you will start seeing everything from a new perspective. If you have absorbed these ideas and applied them in your life is moving towards true balance and peace. If you learned something new from this video, please like it and subscribe to the English Audiobook channel so you can receive more inspiring videos. Are you ready to apply these principles in your life, or have you already started using some of them? Share your thoughts in the comments.